My name is Anthony Gore. I'm a GP. I'm the Clinical Commissioning Lead for Cancer at NHS Sheffield, and I'm up here in place of Hayley Williams, the Programme Manager for all this work, who sadly can't be with us today. She has to be with a poorly teenager who is like one appendix. So I'm a late stand-in, so bear with me. I'm just going to go through Hayley's introductory slides with you, and then we can get on with the rest of this very busy programme. So thank you all of you for coming. It's wonderful to see so many people here in a packed room. There we go. So that's the main reason we're here, to share learning of the work that's been done over the last year by Hayley and her team, and many of you in this room. The work is obviously vitally important. It's part of national drive to improve patient experience and to change the culture in the NHS and in the health service to focus more on patients' general well-being, to this real major cultural shift to living beyond your cancer treatment, living with and beyond cancer. That is not an easy thing to do. This move to patients being more able to self-manage, being more aware of what the implications of their cancer treatment mean for them, being more self-aware, knowing how to re-access services as they need them, rather than being compulsorily dragged back into services every so often. That is a major change. The NHS is not that good at major change. I'm sure you'll have noticed. So that is where we are. And these are a number of the drivers and the problems and the issues that we're trying to address today. I'm not going to go through them all one by one. You can read. But I think that they're hard to argue with as some of the issues and the problems and some of the things that we're going to talk about and experience and discuss today. The vision, as you can see there, that again is a very hard thing to argue with as a vision for that patients and people, individuals, are not defined by having had cancer, that's something in their lives, but it doesn't define them, and that patients' ability to recover from cancer and maximise their well-being is part of how we care for people and how we help them to move forward. What Hayley's done here with these slides is to reinforce the fact that this is about cultural change that I mentioned. But cultural change is difficult and takes time. It's taking place in an era of great financial constraint, and that is makes life just that little bit more difficult and awkward. And balancing out the fact that you've got to do this change while still delivering an excellent service day to day, and that it is a long road, and we are making very good progress in our area, but it is going to take time. We have to be realistic about that. In our area, I think it's very important to highlight a few things. We have a great deal of expertise in this area in Sheffield and in the surrounding area. We have people like Diana Greenfield, who've been working in the late effects of cancer for many years, and as the rest of the NHS has caught up with the importance of that and survivorship initiatives have come on, we are gaining expertise and momentum in changing services. On that note, it's worth commenting and highlighting that we are one of the better areas in the country. I think I'm fairly safe in saying that. And in fact, the Sheffield Survivorship and Late Effects team based at Sheffield Teaching Hospitals won the National Cancer Care Team of the Year last year at National Awards. So that's no small thing. Yes, well done. I think that our day-to-day is going to focus on hearing people's stories, hearing about all the good work that's being done. We're also very fortunate to have a very special guest, Dr. Kevin Stein, who's come all the way from the States here today to tell us about, give us an international perspective on how things are in a different country. So thank you, Kevin, for coming. We're going to explore the next steps a little bit and give you an idea about what is next in survivorship, and we'll explore that as the day goes on. So thank you again for being here, and I'll hand you back to Paul to get on with the rest of the programme.